everyone. Welcome to the session of mathematics. I am Amritha. Today we are dealing with chapter 7 of class 7, that is speed math. Hope everyone is familiar with this term speed. We know that the distance travelled by a vehicle in unit time is called speed. That is the definition of speed. That is the unit distance travelled by a vehicle in unit time. Now, what is meant by unit time? Unit time means you know that unit stands for 1, unit square stands for 1 square, like that. Okay, so unit time means the distance travelled by a vehicle either in 1 second or 1 minute or 1 hour. So, if a vehicle travels 20 kilometer in 1 hour, then that is the speed of that vehicle. 20 kilometer per hour is the speed of that vehicle. Also, if a vehicle travels 5 meter in 1 second, then that is also the speed of the vehicle, that is expressed as 5 meter per second. Okay, now in this chapter, apart from speed, we are going to deal with average speed. It's a new term, average speed. Now let's look at what is average speed. So, here we have the formula for finding speed. We know that speed is equal to distance divided by time, and from the same formula we can derive the formula for finding distance and time. So, if distance and time is given, speed is equal to distance by time, and if speed and time is given, we can calculate the distance by d is equal to s into t. And if distance and speed is given, time is equal to distance by speed. Okay. Now, the average speed of a vehicle is equal to the total distance covered by that vehicle divided by the total time taken by the vehicle to cover the distance. Okay. Now, the unit of speed, we have already discussed unit of speed, SI unit of speed. In generally, the speed of a vehicle is expressed as meter per second only, but in some cases we will express it in kilometer per hour also and meter per minute, like that. Okay. So, SI unit is meter per second, also it is expressed in kilometer per hour. Now, see, we told that if either two quantities are given, we can find the third quantity. So, here in the first case, this is the distance travelled by train, the time and the average speed taken by the train, and we know that speed is equal to distance by time and distance is equal to speed into time. So, speed into time will give you the distance, that is 60 into 4 will give you 240. So, 240 kilometer, here it is kilometer per hour. So, the distance should be expressed in kilometer. So, kilometer 240 kilometer is the distance travelled by the train, and here we want to find the speed. So, distance by time will give you the speed. So, 120 by 2, that is 60 kilometer per hour is the average speed, and similarly we can do the third one also. Now, next we have unknown distance. What is meant by unknown distance? That is the distance is not known. So, in this case we have an example here. Babu went to Manandavadi by bus to see his friend. The average speed of the bus was 40 kilometer per hour. He came back in a car at an average speed of 60 kilometer per hour. What is the average speed of the entire trip? And we know that if we want to find the distance, here the two speeds are given, but if you want to find the distance or time, either one should be given here. Here both distance and time is not given. So, what we will do? We won't be able to guess the time. So, let's see what we can do with the distance. Here, if the speed, only the speed is given and the time and distance is not given, we can take the distance as a common multiple of the two speeds. That is, here the speed is 40 and 60. So, here distance can be taken as d is equal to common multiple of 40 and 60. Or you can take the least common multiple, that is LCM of 40 and 60. We know that for LCM of 40 and 60 is 120. So, distance we can take as what? 120 kilometer. Okay, and we know that after studying this chapter, we will know that this average speed is independent of the distance. That means, if we change the distance also, the average speed won't change. So if you are taking the distance as 120 kilometer, we will get an average speed. But if you are taking the distance as 240 kilometer also, the average speed remains the same. That is, the average speed is independent of the distance. Okay. Now we have the conversion. Conversion means sometimes the question may come like this. The speed of a vehicle is 5 km per hour. What is the speed of the vehicle in meter per second? So, if you want to convert kilometer per hour to meter per second, we have to multiply by 5 by 18. Okay? And if you want to convert meter per second to kilometer per hour, we have to multiply by 18 by 5. That is, for example, if 36 km per hour means 36 into 5 by 18, that is 10 meter per second. So, 36 km per hour is same as what? 10 meter per second. We have to just multiply by 5 by 18. And here 20 meter per second is equal to 20 into 18 by 5, just the reciprocal of the first one. So, we will get 20 into 18 by 5, that is 72 km per hour. That is 20 meter per second is same as 72 km per hour. Now, we have another case, that is kilometer per hour to meter per minute. At that time we have to multiply by 50 by 3. And meter per minute to kilometer per hour means we have to take the reciprocal, that is 3 by 50. Okay. So, these are the conversions you have to keep in mind. Okay. So, hope all of you have understood this class. This was just a tablet for the chapter speed math. So, please practice the problems from home. Okay. Thank you. Bye.